lien position when, in fact, there's no guarantee that it is. You have to, the homes that you're picking out that you're going to target, you have to get title searches done.
And that's a huge value in our service that we provide for folks, is that you don't have to be a real estate expert. You don't have to know anything about real estate for that matter. I mean, that you're leveraging your resources financially, you're leveraging your time by working with us, and you're leveraging your knowledge, because you don't have to know everything. But it's important for the listeners out there to understand that from the very first step, which means recommending which properties to buy, we have it penciled out to what our max bid is going to be for each home for you. To where a lot of our customers that we deal with, they just go, you know what, Jason, you know, every home you have on here makes sense, obviously. We don't care which one we get. It's kind of like your children. You love all of them, but, you know, they all work. So you don't care which one you get. But as long as the numbers work, we move forward and go with it. So
Right.
That's how we treat our customers. Is it's a great way to leverage their time and money and get some awesome results.
Right. So before we come up with that maximum bid like you're talking about after working all the figures in, we got to be able to comp the properties, and that's what you do, and that's a very integral part when it comes to this. Now, some of these other big operations out there, they comp properties off of Zillow, which has to be the biggest mistake in the world. You know, Net Value Central, tax records, things like that. Very inaccurate information. Some of the companies that actually comp off of the MLS go back 90 to 180 days. But again,
the market's changed. The market's changed about every 60 days out there. So if you're looking at comps that are 100, 120 days old, or if you're going off of Zillow, which, man, who knows how often they update that, you're off to a bad start. And there's a lot of companies out there that maybe aren't as conservative as what we are with our numbers, because we know at the end of the day, it doesn't do any good to get houses up front if we can't get them sold for you. We're in the business of building relationships long term, to where we want to be with our clients for years, not just one or two properties here and there. We want to take care of them right from day one and continue to build those types of relationships and deliver those types of results.
That's right. So at Arizona Investment Link, I mean, the trustee sale game that we play day in and day out, as long as we know what we're paying for these properties and we know accurately what these things are worth, that's the name of the game. But you have to be accurate with these figures. And like I said before, you'll be hard-pressed to find anyone that's as accurate as we are. As a matter of fact, we have a lot of actual real estate professionals that bid through us that, you know, we see it through the entire rehab process, and we turn it over to them so they could sell it on their own and still earn that commission on the back end, which is great. But then we have a lot of real estate clients that have us do the whole darn thing because they're busy with their day-to-day work.
Yeah, I mean, that's where the whole leverage concept comes into play. But to get those types of homes and then have the resources to get them fixed up, that's the second half of the battle. Getting the homes the first half, but getting it on the market in a timely manner with the top-notch rehabs that we do in 10 days or less, I mean, that's hard-pressed to find.
Right.
And I want to make it very clear as well that we don't raise the price of the construction costs and then charge you for it. We show you actual invoices that show you how much every single repair costs. That way you can call each trade that was on your home, and you know you're not getting marked up on any of the services that were done. And it's all done hands-free for you, so you don't have to cut a bunch of checks to the trades. You don't have to go out there and check on the job site to make sure those guys aren't out there taking naps on the job. It's all that stuff's done behind the scenes for you.
It's all done. Now, in between the rehab and how we pull these properties up and come up with our initial numbers is the previewing of the properties. Now, we have seven guys that actually preview all of our properties day in and day out throughout the entire valley, whether it's Pinal County or Maricopa. So we get our eyes on every single property before we bid on anything. If we can't see the property, and we can get it, if we can't get in the place, we can have a really, really good idea on the shape that it's in by, I mean, just the amount of homes that we've done. We have a good idea on how the outside's taken care of, the window coverings. I mean, you know, if you're looking at the window coverings from the outside and you see, you know, dogs chewing through them all over the place, you know there's something going on the inside.
Right.
But if they're in perfect shape, that gives you a pretty good idea, and they're not dusty maybe. I mean, there's some tricks of the trade, right, that you can look at to see if the inside's going to be taken care of.
The more you know about the property before you buy it, you can I don't know, shrink your risk on that particular property before you buy it. So it just takes some of the guessing out of it, and once again, you put yourself in the best possible position to be successful when you're selling it at the end.
That's right. Also included in the previewing process that we do is to see if the home is vacant or occupied. That's another, couple variables that are important as well. A lot of people shy away. See, now we're giving out a little few too many
I was going to say, we don't need to share that over the air. If you want to know all the intricates, then let's set up a meeting. Jason's a nice enough guy. He wants to share all the secrets. But, we don't mind doing that if you're doing business. But we have more than one or two listeners out there. So
That's right. ArizonaInvestmentLink.com. Again, it's ArizonaInvestmentLink.com. You can go to our available properties tab and check out the before and afters on the rehabs, Brandon, which
Fab Rehabs.
Fab Rehab, as Sandy says. That's right. Hey, we come back. We're going to be with Pretty. Pretty, are you ready?
I'm ready.
The next segment. Call into the show, 602-324-5366. More with the Real Estate Power when we return.
KFNN brings you the latest with this information update. KFNN News Time is 1:30.
Arizona News Radio. More stormy weather in the forecast today for much of the state. A day after rains drenched the desert areas and again sent floodwaters through Flagstaff's Timberline neighborhood near the scene of the Schultz fire.
We just have a very moist air mass over the state today, especially across northern Arizona. Enough instability is going to be in place where locally heavy rains are going to provide the threat for areas of flash flooding.
Ken Daniel with the National Weather Service in Flagstaff. Thunderstorm activity in the desert areas leaving thousands without power. Tragic car accident in Pinal County. A babysitter dropping off two children in front of their home in Santan Valley.
One of the children, a 2-year-old male, was able to get in front of the vehicle unbeknownst to the driver, and as the driver was beginning to leave, ran over the child. And unfortunately, the child was killed.
Steve Henry with the sheriff's office saying the side of the street where the children were dropped off has no sidewalk. Democratic gubernatorial candidate Terry Goddard challenging Governor Brewer to 6 debates between now and November. She's agreed to 1. Jeff Scott, Arizona News.
When you drive a hybrid, you're driving an idea of helping out, of saving things like trees, water, and air. What if driving a hybrid could help you save on auto insurance? Now it can. Ask a farmer's agent about our hybrid discount, one of dozens of discounts that could save you hundreds of dollars. Let us help you save more than the planet.
To find a farmer's agent, call 800-FARMERS or visit farmers.com because ready feels good.
Discounts apply to selected coverages, perils, and policy types only and may vary by eligibility.
If we don't get involved with kids at an early age,
if our standards are set too low for our kids,
if we don't inspire and challenge our students,
if we don't produce graduates who are prepared to lead us into the new economy,
we are jeopardizing our prosperity and our quality of life.
Here in Arizona, we have to expect more and do more for education.
This right now is a critical time for our state.
Education is everyone's business. Make it your priority. Visit expectmorearizona.org.
Arizona Investment Link is a proven real estate powerhouse specializing in foreclosure auction bidding services. There are several companies in the valley that provide bidding services, but you'll be hard-pressed to find a company that offers a seamless investment process from start to finish. Arizona Investment Link provides each investor with a list of homes available at auction and a breakdown of all costs associated with buying that home through close of escrow. That's title status, back taxes, selling title fees, and whether or not you'll be bidding on a first lien position. AIL provides full rehab service, which is really what they are known for. Rehabbing a property is literally a full-time job for the do-it-yourself investor. Their rehabs take typically no more than a